What's going on YouTube? So getting right into this tutorial. So what we're doing right here is just debulking with clipper over comb. You can see how I'm just kind of flaring out right here, right at his parietal. And I'm just trying to set my foundation. And this part, you kind of want to take your time on this. This is kind of what's going to set the whole fade for you, and whatever kind of fade you're doing. This is going to be a drop fade. So I'm just going in and cleaning up any hair that sticks out through the comb. You can see how I'm kind of pulling out right here. So I like to just kind of over exaggerate it just a little, and then that way I don't take it too far into the head. And then I just kind of clean it up with thinning shears just to soften it up a little. So now we're going to take our 1.5 open, and all we're going to do is just go straight through and debulking. This is all we're doing. We're just trying to blend this into the clipper over comb we did. Just going up, cleaning that little bulk up right there. You guys can see the motion of how I do it. I just very light, very soft flicking. You know, don't want to create any harsh guidelines or anything. Still following that same foundation, that drop right there. It's very important. So each guideline we do, we're going to set in the same, how the head drops and the shape of the head. So you can see I'm just going in with my trimmers, and I'm very lightly just kind of flicking out. You know, I don't want to put it in too harsh and create any guidelines that we don't want. I mean, make any harsh line that we don't want in. Kind of cleaning up the bottom. Clean canvas is always easier just to work on. Really making sure I got all that hair cleaned up nice and smooth, and really want to make sure that this guideline is as perfect as you can get it. It's gonna just make every guideline kind of easy. You know, if you have your guidelines a little off, your fade's gonna be off, your blend's gonna be uneven. So just kind of cleaning that up, making sure I got every hair. And now we're going to switch over to the shavers and just kind of get that as smooth as possible. And you don't need to push too hard on this. You just really want to let it do its work and just kind of flick out, you know, like you're using a clipper. And I'm not going too far up, just kind of right under that line that we created previously. Not all the way up to it, just a little under. I want to make sure you got every hair down to skin. All right, now we're gonna just go with the open lever, and you can see we're just gonna still following that drop, going up about an inch. And just very light, soft flicks. You can see right there how I'm just doing that, just kind of almost like a C motion, just very lightly. And I like to make sure that this guideline is set, you know, pretty well, and I can see, and I make sure it's even. Consistency is the best thing. Just makes things come out a lot cleaner. Making it a little wider in the back of the head. Obviously, just we do that for contrast purposes. So the back of the head tends to be more dense than the side. So that's why we do that. Making sure all that hair is even. You want to make sure every guideline, every section is the same length of what you're cutting to. So now we're just kind of lever playing, taking that line out. So I like to go from open, halfway, and then closed. And then after I finish that, we just kind of lever play and, you know, flick out the lines, and, you know, any dark spots that we see right there. As you can see right here, I got it closed. I'm just kind of flicking out some dark spots that I see, and just going in, and you want to make sure when you go up higher into the guideline that you're opening your clipper, obviously, so you can cut less hair, and when you go down, you want to close it little by little so you can cut more. And just kind of using my corners right here, just detailing a little bit. I like to make sure every section is, you know, somewhat, doesn't have to be perfect, because we're going to come back in detail, but somewhat cleaned up. Now we're just going to jump into the one guard. Same motion right here. nice soft flick motion. So what I'm doing right here is I'm trying to blend this into the 1.5 a little bit. So I'm just little by little moving up that guideline right there. And this is just the one open, making the same 1-inch guideline. And the more you get up to that 1.5, you really want to flick more, kind of exaggerate that flick, just so you don't make any harsh lines. Make sure that's set in pretty well. Now we're going to take the half guard open and just repeat what we just did right there. Just blending this line out. You'll see some people kind of close the one little by little just to soften that line up, but I feel like it's just an extra step, or that's just more for like video purposes, but I usually like to do it this way. I just think it's easier and less time consuming, but here we are just halfway, and trying to soften that line up, and then now we're about closed, flicking that bottom line out. You guys, you can see this blend coming together. It's starting to come together. Just using my corners, making sure I don't put the full blade on his head. If you pull the full blade on their head, you might create another line that you didn't want there. So it's very soft. Using my corners, and I actually don't really ever use this specific half guard. I usually use the premium, but I've been liking these recently. It's kind of a scary guard. I know they're known to kind of just pop off, so I always have my finger resting on it. But here we go, just kind of cleaning this section up. It's not perfect. Still a little bit of some lines in there, but we're gonna come back in detail. So now we're at the 1.5, and we're really focusing on that shape and that bulk. I'm just kind of flicking up into that, retracing my steps. And guys, man, cutting hair, it's easy. We just kind of make it hard for ourselves. You just gotta follow the system in place. Obviously over time your eyes get better, you start to see things here and there. No haircut is going to be perfect, but you want to make sure it's perfect for you and for the client. So now we're just kind of closing it up little by little, going down, moving down the section, just softening this up. Now we're all the way closed, still full blade on the head, just at the very bottom of that line. Corners just kind of hitting the dark spots, making sure I'm not going too far up and I don't take the shape away. Now we got the one guard open, and we're just detailing this little dark line out right here. And it's all the same thing, guys. Just open to close, open, halfway, close. If the hair's not cutting, if you don't hear the hair cutting, you just close it little by little. If you don't see nothing happen, close it little by little. We're just moving down the section. I think I got it halfway here, maybe closed. It should be halfway. You just really want to use your corners, especially when you're using a smaller guard. And now we're moving on to the lineup. Just making sure this C cup is hitting. You guys can see that blend starting to pop. And his C cup, he's got pretty good C cups, guys. So not much needed for any kind of pushback or anything crazy here. But just these things are hitters, man. So just lightly tapping that, you guys can see for yourself. These are some hitters. Carving that out, make sure I got all the hair. And this is the final product, man. If you guys want to see a more in-depth tutorial of how I style, how I texture, if you want more detail work with the clipper, just drop a comment, let me know. I know this is kind of a short tutorial, but hope you guys like it. Peace.